Hi friends, it's been a few days, so let's catch up. Well, this video is coming very late. Not by choice necessarily. It's been a rough few days. If you watched my last video, you know that I've been having some digestive issues and all that stuff. So we'll get into that here in a minute. But I wanted to make sure I let you know of my week 8 weigh-in. It feels like we're closer to week 9 at this point, but I still want to make sure I'm making regular videos about every week weigh-in and how I'm feeling. So I did weigh in on Monday. I weighed in at 314.4, which is like 5.6 pounds down. So 40.6 pounds total down in 8 weeks, which was amazing. Very, very happy about that. Nothing to complain about when it comes to that. Very pleased with like how my body's been feeling up until that point. Things have been going really well. And then this past week has been a little rough. I only had eaten a full menu for a couple of weeks up until the 8-week point. I felt like I was adjusting pretty well. I felt like everything was going okay. And then middle of last week, I realized that things were not going as well. Things were not going through. And I was starting to have some pain and things were not coming out, and it was a little bit frustrating. If you saw the video, I took myself to the ER. After having surgery, it was just like, I kind of went into a panic. I took Miralax twice a day for 3 days. Nothing was really happening. Ended up calling the surgeon's office to get some suggestions and ended up taking milk and magnesia. I took, there's a serving range of what you can take in 24 hours, and I took the low dose twice, once at 6:30 in the morning and once later, 12 hours later or whatever, on Tuesday, I think. I don't remember. Monday night and Tuesday or something like that. To tell you, it's still processing everything in my system. I'm feeling a lot better. I have had some relief, but it's still affecting my system. This past 7 days, basically, I haven't eaten a whole lot just because the stuff's been going through my system. I've been trying to get enough water. So I've been on an unplanned fast in a way. I have eaten some, but no, I haven't been hitting the 50 or 60 grams of protein. I've been doing my best to get at least 48 ounces of water. And now I'm using a straw because I don't know how else to do it that makes sense for me. But it's been a rough week. But I feel like I'm at the end of it, and I'm gonna start feeling more like myself again and be able to do stuff and get back to eating a full menu. And the biggest thing though is trying to manage after this and what caused all of this. So I started thinking about it this weekend while I was going through it, all right, so obviously there's something I'm doing or not doing that is making this happen. There's something I'm doing that, or failing to do, that is making all of this happen, and I have to figure out how to manage it. And the only thing I could come up with is, one, I haven't been hydrating as well as I thought, which is very possible. I feel like I need a system in order to get everything in, because I'm so used to having some water during the day and then coming home from work. That's when I used to work, even when I've been working from home now, in the evenings, I'd have 24 ounces of water, and super fast, because it was thirsty, and I love drinking water, and I drank a lot of water in the evenings. That was kind of my thing. And now I have to plan it out because I'm not supposed to drink water while I'm also eating food. And if you miss like a window of time, it's like you miss your opportunity to drink water or eat food. And it's a little frustrating. So I'm like, I've been trying to figure out ways to get ahead of that and do better. I feel like I did pretty well yesterday. Adding the straw somehow helped me yesterday. I know it's not recommended because they don't want you to fill up with like air and everything, but like I need to get my liquid in, so I'm trying to figure it out. I also use timers for work and stuff like that, and so I went and got our kitchen timer that we never use, and so I was like, maybe I'll start using my kitchen timer to just kind of keep myself on a like schedule of like making sure you're taking a sip of water now or something. I don't know. So there's that. And then fiber. I have not been keeping up on the fiber. I didn't really think about it. And it's another thing that I've never, like, I have tried to lose weight and I have lost weight, obviously gained it back, but I've lost weight and gone through all these processes before. And I've never had to think about fiber. Like, never have I had to think about fiber before. And now it's like, I think I need to think about fiber. And so I've been, researching like what are the options, what are the foods, what are the supplements, what are the things I can add or whatever, and how am I going to do this? And so now I'm in this place of moving forward. Like, how do I manage this and how do I figure this out from here? So there was two things, like, well, figure it out and recover also from all of this. So I decided to do two things. One, I decided to reach out to the dietitian that they recommend through the surgeon's office. And so I do have an appointment with them on Thursday. So I still have a week to go, or a little less than a week. And then I did a follow-up, scheduled a follow-up appointment as well, just to make sure I stay ahead of it. I found out this morning that insurance will cover it 100%, which is fantastic. So I might end up doing a full 6 weeks. I think that's what they recommend, is doing 6 weeks, six appointments back to back. And I'm totally willing to do that because this is a whole new game for me. But the main reason I want to do it is because I want to figure out like meal prepping in a way where I'm including fiber and making sure I'm getting those nutrients and like not, because I do not want to go through this again. The other thing I decided to do was to reach out to the surgeon's office about getting like an IV bag, hydration. I'm not sure what it's called, IV therapy, potentially. So at my 2-week follow-up appointment after surgery and everything, we had talked about hydration and how important it was and all that stuff. And they said that they could do a referral for that if I needed it. And I said, I don't know if I need it right now, but I asked if I feel like I needed it at a later date, could I call and ask to get that? And they said, absolutely. And I said, okay. And so I decided that after this whole situation, I feel like it's something that would be really beneficial to me, to just get rehydrated and all that stuff. So I ended up getting approved for it. I'm going to be doing that on Tuesday. So I'm going to it's 2 bags. One is for hydration and then one is vitamins, and then I do labs afterwards. So very happy about that. Just want to get back to like a balance of some kind. So I'm trying to tap into the resources that I have in order to get back to normal. I'm definitely feeling better. Like, I felt like I was a zombie for a while. I had no energy. I couldn't do anything because I constantly felt like I had to go to the bathroom. And it's like, it was just, it was so uncomfortable. But my only guess, again, like I said, the only guess I have is the reason for it is because I wasn't drinking enough water and then having fiber. So I'm definitely like very aware that I need to make some adjustments. But yeah, this whole process is so different from any other time I've tried to lose weight. Things that I'm having to like think about, I never had to think about before. And just making sure and stay on top of all these things and making sure I'm taking my vitamins. So the timer this little timer, or this other timer I might switch out and use this, whatever. But one of these is going to be my new best friend for a little while until I can kind of get a rhythm going with everything. But I still feel good about everything. I still feel like I'm doing well. Like I'm doing my best through this whole thing. Yeah, I haven't eaten a whole lot, but I'm trying to move. I'm trying to make things happen. So week 8 video is more about week 9 struggles. Potentially, kind of. I don't know, they're all mixed together. But that's where I'm at. This is part of the process of me learning how to adjust to this new body, this new stomach, this new lifestyle. So, yeah. So, in a couple days I'll be weighing in for week 9, and I have a feeling I know where I'm going to be at because I have been weighing myself every day the last few days because I've been curious about how this has all been affecting my body. So, but we'll deal with that when we get there. But anyway, recover and move forward. That's my plan. Thanks for checking in. Hi guys, thanks so much for watching this video. I appreciate it so much. I would love to hear from you. Please comment below, like, comment, share, do all the YouTube-y things. Supports the channel, and I really appreciate that. And I hope you have an awesome day. Bye.